The narcissistic parents' work is done. The first work is done. The kid has, taken up the role of being their rescuer. The kid has taken up the role of, keeping them happy. The kid has taken up the role to do anything and everything to make them happy and please the narcissistic parent. Hello everyone, I hope everyone is doing good and taking good care of themselves. So today I'm going to talk about the different ways narcissistic parents, train their golden child to act on their behalf and, control and manage the other family members. And before I get going, I would request you all to like, share, subscribe the channel, hit the notification bell so you guys are updated whenever we put out a new content. So golden child is basically, in some of the cases, nascent narcissists, themselves. They grow up to be narcissists. But in some cases, they are not narcissists when they grow up. They heal, they overcome, they have a lot of realization, and then, become who they truly are. They embrace their authentic self. So, not every golden child, ends up becoming a narcissist, but yes, a lot of them do. Now, golden child is the favorite child of narcissistic parent because the golden child, either looks good, does well in school, or has a good job, or is doing well in sports, is very obedient, constantly seeks validation and approval from the narcissistic parent, takes care of the emotional well-being of the narcissistic parent. So golden child, are those who bring a lot of things on the table. Yeah, golden child are those who are bringing in good name. Golden child are those who are bringing in everything good, and the narcissistic parents are feeling good about it. We need to understand that narcissistic individuals breed for a purpose and reason. Yeah, and when they get good return, that's when they award, or you can say that's when they give this role to that individual with this role of golden child. They start treating that child differently. They treat that child with utmost love and affection and everything good. That child gets a VIP treatment. Yeah, whereas in the others are just there, they get the bare minimum and that's it. But the golden child gets all of their attention, love, affection. And this is because narcissistic parents are able to see the kids worth and potential. They have their own way of estimating their kids worth. And when they see that, yeah, I mean, this kid can bring a lot of things in future, this kid can you know uh, make me look like an amazing parent, this kid can do a lot of things for me. So that is the time when they start nurturing that kid differently. Yeah, very different from the others. Yeah, they get special treatment, they are awarded, they are rewarded, they are validated, they are appreciated, they are encouraged, they are motivated. So they are the favorite child of narcissistic parent, because narcissistic parents are able to get things out of that child, plus they are seeing the long term thing. Yeah, they are very calculative, so they are able to calculate that, okay, if he's able to bring in this and this and this, maybe in future he can bring in more and more and more. So golden child in no time becomes an ambassador. Golden child in no time becomes a representative of the narcissistic parent. Yeah, because they both share a unique bond. Narcissistic parents are very nicely bonded with their golden child. They are not that nicely bonded with the other child. Others are just there, invisible truth tellers, scapegoats. Others are just there. Yeah, so the entire focus then shifts onto the golden child. Yeah, because they have already evaluated that this child is, a good child, will bring in good name, glory, and all of the good stuff. And I'll be able to live a good life. I'll be able to get and experience a lot of things. So let me groom this child, let me train him to be a better, you can say, ambassador. Let him be a better representative of me. Yeah, let him represent me. Yeah. So narcissistic parents then start parentifying this child. Narcissistic parents then start this emotional incest. They blur the boundaries, and in no time their kids take up the role of their partner. So in no time, because of emotional incest, parentification, and all of the unhealthy enmeshment, the kid almost becomes like a partner. Yeah, like a pseudo husband or a pseudo wife to the narcissistic parent. And the kid then takes up this responsibility that, mom, I'm going to make you happy, I'm going to make you proud, dad, I'm going to make you happy, I'm going to make you proud. And the narcissistic parents' work is done. The first work is done. The kid has, taken up the role of being their rescuer. The kid has taken up the role of, keeping them happy. The kid has taken up the role to do anything and everything to make them happy and please the narcissistic parent. So, that's how, the entire conditioning and programming is in narcissistic families. Now, what are the different ways narcissistic parents train their golden child to act uh, on behalf of them? The first way is that the golden child is groomed to believe that the golden child is superior and entitled. Yeah, so this helps them to position the golden child as an extension of themselves. Yeah, they will brag, my son is exactly like me. Yeah, he is my carbon copy. My daughter is exactly like me. They will flaunt. Yeah, they are going to flaunt and acknowledge and tell others, you have got no idea, my daughter is a carbon copy of me, my son is a replica of me. Yeah, so they groom their golden child into believing that they are superior, they are entitled, and they are good amongst the others. Yeah, and that is the reason they are getting all the love and affection and attention of their narcissistic parent. And kids fall for it. Yeah, because they are just being exposed to a specific kind of a treatment. They are not going out there experiencing, seeing different things. The kids world is just limited to the narcissistic parents. So the kid is simply being programmed to believe that they are good, they are special, superior, and entitled, and they are worthy, and they are better than the others. Yeah, so the kid grows up with this belief and understanding that I am good, I am favorite child of my parent, and not my sister, and not my brother. Yeah, I am the one who understands my mother better, not my other sibling. I'm the one who understands my father better, and not my brothers and not my sisters. So it's a very unhealthy dynamic that we get to see in narcissistic families, especially with these golden child. The golden child is basically there to serve the narcissistic parent in every way possible. Yeah, so if the narcissistic parent is not present, or if the narcissistic parent is not available at some point, or in some event or in some situation, then the golden child does the representation part. The golden child represents the narcissistic parent. Yeah, the golden child upholds the family values and all that belief and all that crap that has been fed to him. Yeah, because he believes that he is someone who's an extension of his narcissistic parent. And he or she is the best child in the family. He or she understands his or her narcissistic parents better. So he is the one, he's the torch bearer, he is the one who will represent the family. He is the one who upholds the, values, the family values, and all of that. So, narcissistic parents, really train and program these golden, child to serve them even when they are not there. The other way narcissistic parents train their golden child to control and manage other family member is by manipulating the golden child into believing that they hold power over other family members. Yeah, and this is, because of all that extra attention, admiration, love, and affection. And narcissistic parents, keep telling the golden child, in my absence you are the one who's going to lead the pack, in my absence you are the one who's going to lead the family, you will have to take care of this person and that person, you will have to take the family forward. If I am sick or if I'm not doing well, you have to, take the position. So this is how, they sell all these nonsensical things to their children, and kids of course fall for it, and they feel good that I am next to my dad, I am going to replace him, I am going to be the one who will do things, manage things, control things, in my dad's absence or in my mother's absence. So the kid also begins to develop that sense of entitlement, just the way how the narcissistic parents have. And as a result of which the kid begins to believe that he has total control over the family, he has the total authority to do anything and everything with any of the family member. He or she has been trained and conditioned to grow up in a certain way and to think in a certain way. So they think that after their parents, they are the ones who will lead the family, they will be the leaders in the family. The other way narcissistic parents train their golden child to act on their behalf and control and manage other family member is by instilling this sense of obligation and loyalty in the golden child. So the golden child you know is supposed to act as their ally and enforcer. Yeah, the golden child cannot go his way or her way. The golden child will always be like an ally to the narcissistic parent, and this helps the narcissistic parent project a stronger image in the family, that I have got my golden child with me, I can teach you a very good lesson, you have got no idea, no one is going to listen to you. I mean, if the other partner is not narcissistic, the narcissistic parents are going to do a number on their partner with the help of the golden child. Yeah, so narcissistic parents are going to exhibit power by instilling this sense of obligation and loyalty in their golden child, that you will forever have to be like an ally and enforcer to me. Yeah, if you love me, if you care for me, you will have to be an ally of me, right? And you will always have to stand next to me. And with all that regular manipulation, all that lies, all that gaslighting, these golden children simply by whatever shit the narcissistic parents throw at them, and they fall for it and they believe it. So these golden children, they feel that they have to show this devotion and loyalty to their narcissistic parent, because they are a part of them and they are the ones who were treated really well. So in return now they have to you know um, give them total support. In return now they have to show their fealty to the narcissistic parent. So in return now the golden child has to be an ally of the narcissistic parent and stand next to narcissistic parent in thick and thin. So if there is any argument, if there is any kind of fight or any kind of conflict, the golden child will always stand with the narcissistic parent and will do the talking. In most of the cases I have seen that the golden child becomes the speaker. Yeah, whenever there is conflict, fight or argument, the golden child does the talking and the narcissist sit backs and relaxes. Yeah, so that's how these narcissistic individuals train their golden child to act on their behalf and control and manage their family members. The other way narcissistic parents train their golden child to act on their behalf and control and manage the other family member is, by creating a dynamic where the golden child feels responsible for managing and, controlling other family members, to maintain the parents' image. So narcissistic parents are big time into, withholding facts and, cooking up stories. So narcissistic parents are going to, project a very grandiose image that they suffered and they did this and that's how they are where they are, and now the responsibility of upholding and protecting the family image is on the shoulders of the golden child. So, the golden child then, feels responsible that now I have to, fight with the other family members. Now I have to, control the other family members. Yeah, so that, our family name, our family image that has been, built with so much of hard work by my narcissistic parent, I shouldn't, let other family members tarnish that image. So the golden child, then becomes the aggressor, the oppressor, the abuser himself, and he starts, controlling and, manipulating and, doing all sorts of things which the narcissistic parent does, with the rest of the family members. And this is basically to preserve, that family image, yeah, that image that the narcissistic parents have built. Yeah, because the narcissistic parents are able to, bring the child on their side. Yeah, let the child, buy their fantasy, let the child, buy or, share their dreams, fantasies, desires and wants and likings and preference. So, the child, in no time becomes a replica of these narcissistic parent, and then the child feels responsible. Now I have to, fight with my sister and make her understand that she cannot do things her way. Yeah, it has to be my narcissistic parents' way, because if she does things her way, it's going to spoil the family name, the image that my parents have built. And that's not what I'm going to allow her to do. I'm going to do anything and everything in my capacity. So, these kids, become these little oppressors in the family, and they start, abusing, exploiting, tormenting others on behalf of their narcissistic parents. This helps the narcissistic parent in two ways. One is that they really don't need to triangulate things anymore, because they have, created a replica, and they have manipulated and trained and conditioned the golden child to think, function and behave the way they do. So they really don't have to come into the scene. They can simply, sit back and relax and let the golden child, do the dirty dance on their behalf. They get to preserve their image, and, they get their work done. Yeah, in this case, the golden child does everything on behalf of the narcissistic parent. The narcissistic parent doesn't have to, bring in, other people, their enablers and flying monkeys, because they have already, created an ally at home. Yeah, their own child, the golden child. The other way narcissistic parents train their golden child to, act on their behalf and control and manage the other family member is, with the use of praise and validation selectively, to reinforce, the golden child's compliance with their manipulative tactics. So every time the golden child does things their way, then the narcissistic parents, validate the child. Yeah, you have done well. Good, you stood up against all that crap that your father was saying. Good, gave a tight slap to your sister. She was not listening to me. Good, you taught her a good lesson. Good, you taught a good lesson to your brother. Good, you treated him badly. Yeah, so narcissistic parents are, going to validate and praise the child whenever the child does, things the narcissistic parents way. And whenever the child is able to do things on behalf of the narcissistic parent, the child is then, validated, the child is then praised. And this, helps the child, feel that he's doing the right thing. Yeah, because my mom is happy, my dad is happy, and I'm the favorite one. Yeah, I need to do anything and everything so that I keep getting my parents' love, affection, validation, and praise. Yeah, so in the process, the child, gets into argument with the other parent, the child becomes abusive with the other sibling, and all of it is, because the narcissistic parent is insinuating the child to go ahead and do things on their behalf. Yeah, narcissistic parents are using their children to, pass across message. Narcissistic parents are, using their children to torment and, abuse the other family members. So yes, narcissistic parents are big time into, using praise and validation to control and further manipulate their golden child. The other way narcissistic parents, train their golden child to act on their behalf and control and manage other family member is, by exploiting the golden child's vulnerabilities such as insecurities or desire for approval to ensure compliance with their manipulative tactics. So narcissistic parents, will, put in extra effort and, will, invest in a lot of attention and their effort in actually, using the golden child's vulnerabilities and insecurities, yeah, to the best they can, yeah, to, get the golden child on their side and, get their golden child to comply with them. So narcissistic parents are, going to shame, belittle, the other kids, insecurities and vulnerabilities. But when it comes to golden child, they have got a um, goose that lays golden eggs. So they really cannot treat this child badly, because they are getting a lot of things from the child, and in future also, the child is going to bring a lot of things on the table. So the narcissistic parents are going to, use the vulnerabilities and insecurities in a very nice way. They are going to, use it to their advantage. They are going to use it so that, the kids are, forever compliant to the narcissistic parent. They are going to use it in such subtle ways that, it almost is, difficult to, find out. Yeah, they will do it in such subtle ways. Yeah, and this is basically to, keep them hooked onto them. This is basically to, give them some kind of freedom, but, have the chains in their hand. Yeah, that's the kind of, dynamic that we get to see between narcissistic parents and their golden child. Golden child has a lot of freedom compared to the other children, but, the chains are, in the narcissistic parents hand. So narcissistic parents are, going to, meticulously use the golden child's vulnerabilities and insecurities. They are not going to, use or abuse their insecurities and vulnerabilities the way how they, use and abuse the scapegoats and the invisible child and the lesser favorite, child's insecurities and vulnerabilities. The way how they handle, manage and use the golden child's, vulnerability and insecurity is very different. It's very subtle, it's very coverted, and it's very concealed. Yeah, so, you might not be able to understand, but yes, with time, the more you work on yourself, and if you spend time alone, if you are away from their influence, you will understand, how they had been using you, your, vulnerabilities and insecurities. So, narcissistic parents are very smart individuals, and, you know they know the right way to abuse. Let me put it this way: they know the right way to abuse when it comes to the golden child. With the lesser favorite ones, you know they will just, abuse you the worst way possible. But when it comes to the golden child, all of the abuse, manipulation, everything transforms. Yeah, everything is done in a very unique way, so that it's not, discovered, so that narcissistic parents are not exposed and their work is done. The other way narcissistic parents train their golden child is by, pitting the golden child, against other sibling or family members to further cement their control and division within the family. So narcissistic parents are going to, cook up something. They are going to, twist facts, and they are going to, withhold information and narrate a specific thing to the golden child. And, that's how, they are able to, let the hatred grow inside of the golden child against the other family members and other sibling. Yeah, they will, keep telling, some kind of, manipulated version of story and events, that your father did this with me and you have got no idea, he doesn't even care about you, it's me. Yeah, so the kid is unable to see the whole picture, and the kid is simply uh, enmeshed with the narcissistic parent in unhealthy ways. So the kid falls for the version that is presented by the narcissistic parent, and begins to hate the other parent, or begins to hate the other family members, his or her sibling. So narcissistic parents are big time into this divide and rule. Yeah, they will create fights in the family amongst the sibling, and this is basically to show and display that, see, I have got a powerful member on my side, the golden child is on my side. Yeah, so if you guys want to do things your way, okay, go ahead, but on behalf of me, now the golden child is going to fight the battle, the golden child is going to represent me, and now I will just sit and watch and enjoy and relax, and the golden child is going to do what is needed. Yeah, so narcissistic parents are really sick individuals, and I mean, I sometimes wonder why such individuals actually get married and have children, because it takes a real long time. It took a lot of time for me to heal and recover and unlearn all of that shit. And when I interact with other clients, and when I hear their story, um, I don't know, I mean, it's very disturbing, it's very painful. Yeah, because I come across a lot of these golden child also, who have been discarded because they started being their authentic self, and they were simply not being the way how the narcissistic parent wanted them to be, and they were stripped of that title. Yeah, the golden child title, and the scapegoat was then awarded that title, the invisible child was then awarded that title. I have seen all of that happening, and it's a very different kind of a damage. It takes a lot of time, no matter how much time, energy you spend in therapy session, inner work, meditation, whatnot. It takes a lot of time to overcome. I went no contact maybe 15 years back. Till now I don't feel right, till now I don't feel stable, till sometimes I still get that voice in my head that I'm worthless. Sometimes I still have intrusive thoughts. Sometimes I still doubt myself. Sometimes there is a very strong voice inside of me that tells me that I'm worthless. I was, not a good child. Yeah, so, it's not that you just go no contact and everything gets sorted. Yeah, the damage is at a very deeper level, and I don't know if anyone is ever able to recover completely, because I am not. And I still wonder why, though I'm not in touch, I'm not in contact, and I have started over again, and I have worked on myself. I, spend time in nature. I, engage in meditation. I do a lot of physical activity. I eat well. I surround myself with positive and healthy individuals. And, I do everything possible, to fix myself and heal myself. But to tell you, I still don't feel 100%. I still feel, somewhat 60%, 70%. I mean, healed, but still there is more to go. Yeah, I'm not 100% healed and fixed, because sometimes some thoughts come into my mind, and it really takes over, and my entire day is like messed up, and I feel miserable, and then slowly I start distracting myself. I go out for a walk, I do all sorts of things to keep myself busy and to get rid of those intrusive thoughts. But this is just an honest confession that I have to make to you guys, and that is that after going no contact, after doing everything in my capacity, seeking professional help from the others, doing my own research, study, and helping others, still I don't feel 100%. Or maybe this is how it is. Yeah, I mean, definitely I feel better, but I don't feel 100%. I think sometimes I get stuck in that spiral. Sometimes I am not myself. Or maybe you can say my past keeps haunting me. Yeah, the kind of treatment and abuse that I have experienced in the past, it keeps haunting me in present. Now, the other way narcissistic parents train their golden child is by fostering a sense of entitlement in the golden child. So the golden child genuinely believes that I will be heard, I will get the special treatment, I will get all the attention and love, and all of you are going to get nothing. Yeah, and that's the kind of feeling that these golden child grow up with. Yeah, a sense of entitlement. I am the special child, and I am my mom's favorite, I am my dad's favorite. But these innocent individuals really don't know that these golden child label and these roles are replaceable. Yeah, and narcissistic parents can anytime strip them of the title the moment they see that they are not fit or performing well or giving them what they want. But these kids, I mean, till the time they are serving the narcissistic parent, or till the time they are not awakened from that slumber of manipulation and gaslighting, these kids have this entitlement inside of them, that I'm special. And the kids often brag in front of the other siblings and other family members, that I'm my mother's favorite. You tell me what do you want, I can tell my mother and she will do it. But I don't think if you will go ahead and tell her, she won't do it. She will listen to me, but she will not listen to you. Yeah, so that's the kind of reaction that you get to see from these golden child in the family. Yeah, they feel entitled, they feel special, and they think that they are next to their narcissistic parents. Yeah, so if any of the family member wants something or has some needs, requirement, or demand, they will have to go through the golden child. Yeah, the golden child will talk on their behalf. The golden child will present their request to the narcissistic parent. So this is a very weird thing that we get to see in narcissistic families, that these narcissistic parents cultivate a sense of entitlement in the golden child, and the golden child begins to replicate them, begins to behave as if they are next to their narcissistic parents. They are the second special individual in the family. The first special individual is the narcissistic parent. The second one, the next one, is the golden child. The other way narcissistic parents train the golden child to work on their behalf is by using guilts and threats. So narcissistic parents are going to threaten the child. I'm not going to speak to you. You have got no idea what I went through, and this is what I'm getting in return. Can't you even fight with your sister? Can't you slap your sister? Can't you reply your father? I mean, I have done so much for you, and this is what I get in return. You're simply quiet, you're not fighting on my behalf, you are simply listening to all the shit that is being thrown at me. So narcissistic parents are into using guilt and threat. Narcissistic parents will threaten the golden child. I will not speak to you, I will leave you, I will just go away, I will commit suicide, I will do this, I will do that. And the golden child is scared. The golden child doesn't want to lose the narcissistic parent, and the golden child doesn't want to lose the narcissistic parent. So the golden child simply complies and dances on the tune of the narcissistic parent, does all the dirty work on behalf of the narcissistic parent, goes ahead and fights and argues and does what not with other family members, siblings, the other parent. And this is all, to please the narcissistic parent, yeah, so that the narcissistic parent, keeps loving them, keeps validating them, and they get their share of love, affection, and attention. And the last way narcissistic parents train their golden child to work on their behalf is by grooming the golden child to act as a proxy, enforcing the parents will, and maintaining their dominance over the family dynamics. So these golden child, so the golden child becomes a mini replica of the narcissistic parent. So the golden child believes the things narcissistic parent believes in. The golden child shares the same fantasy, dreams, and goals as the narcissistic parent. So the golden child is there to represent the narcissistic parent, and the golden child is there to control and maintain dominance on behalf of the narcissistic parent. The golden child will go ahead and tell the other siblings, you have got no idea, mom doesn't like this. You have got no idea, mom is not going to approve of this. You have got no idea, mom is not going to like this. You have got no idea, mom is not going to approve this. You have got no idea, dad is not going to allow this. You have got no idea, dad is going to be really angry. So golden child are like small little representatives of narcissistic parents, yeah. They will keep on narrating the script that has been fed inside of them. Yeah, they will keep narrating the script that has been fed to them. Yeah, so narcissistic parents get their work done, they don't get exposed, and their hands are not dirty. The child does majority of the talking, majority of the action. Yeah, so the narcissistic parent can just sit back, relax, and enjoy. And the golden child then does anything and everything on behalf of the narcissistic parent. And with all this grooming and conditioning and training, narcissistic parents are able to have some me time. Narcissistic parents are able to relax for some time, yeah, because now they have a clone ready. Now they have got a a droid. Now they have got a slave who has the same genetic makeup, who shares the same bloodline, and who is just obsessed with the narcissistic parents, love, affection, validation, attention, and who's ready to do anything. So when the golden child grows and uh, becomes an adult, it's a time for the narcissistic parent to sit back and relax, yeah, because they put in a lot of hard work and effort in manipulating, controlling, brainwashing, and doing all sorts of things to create and condition and train the golden child. Yeah, so the entire idea behind training the golden child is to sit back and relax and let the golden child do the dirty work. I mean, some of the golden child do run away when they have awakening, when they realize, and when they see who these narcissistic parents are. But in some of the cases, golden child later becomes narcissists themselves. Yeah, so yes, this was it. In case if you would like to add in something, you can always comment below. Till then, take care of yourself. Lots of love and blessings to all of you. And please work on yourself, uh, work on your finances, empower yourself financially, knowledge wise, nourish yourself, empower yourself in every way possible, because in the end, the only way forward is going no contact, having boundaries. I mean, emotionally distancing yourself, gray rock method, none of it is going to work. Narcissistic parents know what buttons to press. Yeah, they are your creators. They know what buttons to press. That's what they are expert in. Yeah, so you will never be at peace. You will never be able to meet your own self, your own authentic self, till the time you are with them or you are in contact with them. So the only way is to go no contact, and You can only go no contact if you are capable, if you're strong, if you're financially independent. Only then, you'll be able to go no contact. Otherwise, you'll be stuck with them. Yeah. So yes, work on yourself. Lots of love and blessings to all of you. Bye.